What's up, nerds? So I just finished The Bad Batch, episode 13 of this last season of theirs. And I have to just say, I'm not going to get to these. I'll get to these when I get to these because this show sucks. And this episode is no exception, you guys, because man, what a snore fest. Like, they try to be like, because they're sneaking on this ship and everything, and they're trying to get you like anticipation and everything. You're like, ooh, what's going to happen? And the whole time I'm just like, you know what? I don't even care. I don't even care. And that's what Star Wars is now. It's just a big load of I don't care. Because I don't think the people that wrote this show care really all about these characters or Star Wars in general. Like, this just doesn't feel Star Wars. I mean, yeah, you got some Star Wars ships in there and everything, but so what? I've never liked Omega. I do not like the Bad Batch. Tech was the only one that I kind of liked or whatever. He was my favorite and he's not there. So it's just like, now it's just like this episode was basically, it was filler and you only have 2 episodes left of your 15 episode season. And this episode I was just like, all right, whatever. You could have busted that down in 5 minutes. Like, really, it was just not that great. So why don't we go? I'm not going to take up too much of your time on this one because there's not much to report on this one. But all right, I'm going to go through this, tell you guys what I think and everything, and just get through this whole thing as fast as possible. You know, like a Band-Aid, we're just going to rip it right off. And yeah, so all right, here we go. Omega is introduced to her fellow Project Necromancer test subjects, Ava, Jax, Sammy, and Brian. She tells them that she has escaped from Tantus before and plans to do so again using a passage behind their cell walls. Okay, so this whole time that Omega is in with the Necromancer victims or whatnot, she introduces herself to them and they to her. And then she's all like, I'm going to escape because I've escaped before. And she gets into the walls and she figures out how to get through. And so she's setting up her little plan. And me, I just go, okay, great. Omega's awesome. We got it. Omega is, Rey adjacent. She's a little bit better than Rey just because she has had some pitfalls or whatever where Rey didn't have any. But I don't like Echo and I don't care what happens to these kids, forget these kids. Who cares? The Bad Batch and Rampart rendezvous with Echo and a stolen Imperial shuttle, which they use to infiltrate an Imperial relay station at Coruscant to find the coordinates for Tantus. So the Bad Batch and Rampart, the Echo comes in with a shuttle that he stole and everything. And this is very that's the thing about this show is they're just rehashing old stuff from before, stealing an Imperial shuttle. Okay, we haven't seen that before a million times. And you're just like, all right, whatever. I don't care. Let's just continue with this. And they go to that space station or whatever. And they try to, they infiltrate it. But, and the guys are like, show me your passcode or whatnot, and you're like, okay, we've seen this a million times, and I'm just like, can we get something new going on here? I get it that that's something that you can fall back on, but can we try to come up with something new? It's like they went with their first idea, and when it comes to writing, you never go with your first idea, you throw that out, then you go with your second idea, you throw that out, and then you go with your third idea. That's the one you keep with, because that's usually the best one. It's like when you have restrictions, your mind is able to think, and these people do not think. They just be like, this is what we're gonna do, go, and it's like, ugh, whatever. Unable to extract the information from the station's databanks, Echo decides to sneak aboard a science shuttle bound for Tantus and disable its proximity sensors. This allows the others to dock on the vessel in their stolen shuttle just as it enters hyperspace. So they tried to get the high stakes of sneaking onto the ship right at the last minute and Rampart's all like, abort the mission and everything, and then what's his face is all like, no, we're gonna stick with the mission. Echo will get it and everything. And then they get on there and they go off into hyperspace and everything. And you're just like, the whole time I'm all like, oh, they're trying to be all suspenseful. But it's not suspenseful because I didn't care. The whole time I'm all like, I don't care if they succeed. I don't care if Omega escapes. I do not care about any of this stuff. And a small piece of me is if they end up getting to Tantus and then Omega ends up staying captured along with those other little kids, and then the Bad Batch also get captured, and that's the end of the show, I'll actually be like, you know what? you guys did something different for once. It's a very much like a Empire Strikes Back kind of thing. And I'll be like, you know what? Good job. This ending to this show wasn't half bad, but didn't save it because the show still sucks, but the ending wasn't too bad. But I don't think they're going to do that. I think everybody's going to get away free, and they're just going to live happily ever after. And you're like, okay, great, whatever. I don't care. Because they've already got Omega's DNA samples. So they're like, we got the DNA samples. We're going to be able to clone the Emperor. So overall, this episode was pure filler, nothing special. It was a big 20 minutes of wasting our time again. They could have fit this portion of the program into the first 5 minutes of the another episode, and it would have been probably maybe better. I don't know, who knows, but just this wasn't that great. But tell me what you guys thought about this episode. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What was your favorite part, if there was one? Did you get the suspense when you're like, oh no, are they going to make it? Or are they going to get left behind and Echo's going to go to Tandis and everything? Or were you just like, whatever about it, like me and everything? But tell me what you guys thought. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. You know, I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys on my next Bad Batch breakdown and review. You guys have a good day. May the Force be with you. Bye.